Today we are going to be learning how to multiply mixed numbers. Now this sounds very intimidating, but it's not once you get the hang of it. For me, I like to turn my mixed number back into an improper fraction with my numerator being greater than my denominator and then multiplying out. You can also set up an area model, but my preferred method of using this skill is to turn it into a fraction and then multiply it out. So let's look. 2 3/4 times 8. They're telling me it is something fourths. So what I need to do is I need to turn this into a fraction. So I'm going to multiply, then add. What is 2 times 4? Right, 8. 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3. Right, it's 11. And now I can multiply straight across my numerators and my denominators. 11 times 8 is 88. 4 times 1 is 4. I can't leave it this way. I have to make it keep going. 88 fourths. I'm going to use some mental math. I know that 4 can go into 80 how many times? How many 4s will fit inside of 80? That's like saying 8 tens divided by 4. Yeah, it's 20. Now, I have 8 left over. Can I get 4 to go into 8? So, if I know 8 divided by 4 is 2, what is 8 divided by 4? It's 2. You're right. Because 8 divided by 4 is 2. You can't always use mental math. Sometimes you will have to work it out. But for that one, I knew I could. Because I knew that 8 tens divided by 4 is 2 tens. So I knew that 8 would divide by 4 again. Let's look at number 3. 4 and 1/2 times 1 and 1/4 equals blank halves times blank fourths. Let's turn those into fractions. So again, I'm going to multiply, then add, and I'm going to have to do it to both of them. So 4 times 2 is? Great, 8. That rhymes. 8 plus 1 is what? Yeah, 9. Four times 1 is? Plus 1. Yeah, it's 5. So 9 times 5 is? You're so right. It's 45. 2 times 4 is? Oh, you're too smart for me. It's 8. Now, how many 8s can fit inside of 45 without going over? How many 8s can fit inside of 45 without going over? You're right. It's 5. I know that 8 times 5 is 40. From 40 to 45 is how far? From 40 to 45 is how far? Yeah, it's 5. Let's look at some practical application examples. I'm going to look at number 8. as well as number 19. I'm going to circle those so my brain doesn't forget. 8 tells me 3 and 1/7 times 1 and 1/4 equals blank sevenths times blank fourths. So again, I'm going to multiply, then add. 3 times 7 is what? Yeah, it's 21. 21 plus 1. Yeah, it's 22. You're getting the hang of this. 4 times 1 is? Plus 1. Right, it's 5. Now, 22 times 5 is a big number. So I'm going to use my calculator to help my brain work a little bit faster. 22 times 5 is 110 divided by 28. And unfortunately for that one, I will have to figure out how far I can get 28 into 110. So I'm going to start off with 28 times 4. That's what I'm going to start off with first, because I know if I do times 5, it's going to put me too high when I carry over. So I'm going to start with times 4, and I may have to work my way backward. So 4 times 8 is 32, so I put my 2, carry the 3. 4 times 2 is? Yeah, it's 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Is that too much? Yeah. So I got to work backward one more time. 28 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. Carry the 2. That gives me 8 because 3 times 2 is 8. Plus 2 is 24. So I know that it can go 3 times. And I know that 110 minus 84. Can I get 4 from 0? Nope. I have to go next door, ask for more. So this will become a 10. 1 becomes a 0. Can I get 8 from 0? Nope. Have to go next door, ask for more. So 1 becomes a 0. 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. 10 minus 8 is 2. So 3 and 26 28ths. That is what that multiplies up to, is 3 and 26 28ths. Let's look at one more, and this one's kind of challenging. It's a little challenging. Let's look at number 19. Two and 4/9 plus 1/3 times 1 and 1/4 minus 1/8. Now, this is a multiple step problem. There's about 4 steps that I can see. So let's look at it step by step. So step 1, 2 and 4/9 plus 1/3. Well, this looks like a skill I know how to do. Do I see a multiple between my two denominators? Yeah. What's my multiple? You're right. It's 9. So I'm going to leave 2 and 4/9 alone. And to get to 9, I have to multiply by 3. 1 times 3 is? Yeah, it's 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So 2 and 7/9 is the answer to the first part. So I can come back over and write it under the first piece. 1 and 1/4 minus 1 and 1/8. I'm sorry, you couldn't see my work. So step 2. 1 and 1/4, 1 1/8. Do I see a multiple between the two denominators? I do. What's my multiple? Yeah, it's 8. So I'm going to leave 1 and 1/8 alone. I'm leaving this one alone. To get to 8, I have to multiply by 2. So I get 1 and 2/8. Can I subtract 1 and 2/8 minus 1 and 1/8? I can. I get 1/8. So, jumping back to the original problem, I get 1/8. Now, that looks like a problem I know I can multiply out. What do you think? So, step 3, multiply it. Again, I have to multiply, then add. 2 times 9 is? Yeah, it's 18. 18 plus 7 is 25. Very good. 25/9 times 1/8 equals 25 72nds. And that's where I'm going to leave it. 25 72nds. I hope this has helped, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Bye.